I need y'all to know how I'm feeling this time of year. I got us an intro song. I hope y'all can hear it. Hold on. I don't know where these lyrics came from. It just keeps getting better. That's good stuff.
That's amazing.
That's high quality stuff right there. I don't know what this app is on. Sometimes it puts out the the biggest banger you've ever heard.
Beer
Welcome back. Another
Camo.
new episode, another episode. We got ball games this week. Are we gonna do two of these? Are we gonna rip another one?
Yes, probably. Really fast, I would like to say that this will be my Monday night sports show hoodie for the remainder of the show until Auburn loses, where then I will switch it. So
I'm wearing Travis Etienne
good to have
tonight because
habits.
I need to let everybody know as we move into week 0 what we're coming to do. We need to establish the run. We're gonna go down to LSU. We're gonna establish the run. I don't give a fuck. You know what? I've been saying I was gonna be clean. I've been saying I was gonna try to be cleaner. For our few listeners out there, if any of you have children in a car, go ahead and just turn it down, skip ahead. I gotta let this eat for a minute. We're gonna go down to LSU. I don't give a fuck how many NFL players they sign. I am so sick and damn tired of all this BS. I'm sick of hearing about it. I'm sick of talking about it. I'm sick of judges all across this great country making the dumbest decisions. The worst people we got are judges. And if any of you fellas have any family members that are judges, hopefully they're not making any bad decisions. The worst people we got are judges. These people who want to put their paw prints all over college football, they want to ruin everything. When I was growing up as a young boy, there was 3 rules in the NCAA. Even when I was playing fucking baseball at Southern Wesleyan, we had 3 rules. Don't take money, don't gamble, and if you go pro, you're a pro. You ain't coming back. Somehow, in like an 18-month stretch, 24-month stretch, we just broke every one of them. I'm sick of it. I'm tired of it. But at the same time, when the ball's kicked, I'm not gonna care anymore. But I'm
Hunter,
just
how
here
much
to
money
say,
do you think you would have earned in NIL had NIL been around at Southern Wesleyan? You think you'd gotten a good car
hundred
dealership?
bucks.
no, no chance. Um, I barely
I'm
got a
happy.
scholarship, but I'll tell you what. There was a couple things that even we had meetings about, even in a Division II baseball team, the Woodmont of D2 baseball. We were fucking horrible. We still had meetings about gambling, not taking money. And we didn't have to talk about being a pro because nobody was going there. But if you were a pro, you weren't coming back. I'm so sick of it. And they say it's going to end. They say this is just because 2022 class got fucked. They made a new rule. COVID started it. Then we lost our minds. And now judges have fucking ruined it all. But at the same
Who
time, it's
else?
week 0. I don't care about this fat ass tight end who can't catch or make a team for this shit ass Cleveland Browns. And I don't care about this 6'8 fat ass D lineman. We still gonna show up and run the ball. I don't care about the kid from Notre Dame who had 1 sack in 4 seasons. I don't care. I don't care about the kid at South Carolina who wants to transfer to go play for another year because he couldn't make an NFL team. I don't care about not Trinidad Chambliss, Castellanos potentially transferring to Texas Tech. I don't care. None of these guys
Hunter,
are good.
how many players did decide to come back after they found out they had a 5th year of eligibility?
No idea,
Do we
but I think
know?
it was only like there's only like 20 of them that were involved in this lawsuit in Louisiana.
Okay. And
One of
Daquan Wright was the
yeah,
one that I saw. He was a tight end from Ole Miss last year. He's coming back and playing for LSU.
that suck
The only
ass.
thing that I mean, it's another depth piece for them. I understand that,
Yeah,
but
Trades
he's
Green's the
not better than
best.
Trades. Yeah, he's not better than
Trades
Trades
Green might be
Green.
the best football player outside of two wide receivers we'll talk about later in this entire country.
Yeah, I mean he is.
Trades
He's
Green
a
is
physical
Kyle
freak.
Pitts. Yeah.
He's a freak. So I mean, he's if anything, he's going to be the backup tight end at LSU.
Big D, you got
I
anything to
don't
say?
know.
You ain't really said much so far other than talking
Yeah.
about that sweatshirt.
I was letting. I mean, you kind of went for it, so I was going to let that cool down before
Yeah,
I.
I had some passion built up prepared for this.
No, I don't have much to say on the guy coming back.
You
Honestly,
don't?
I
It
don't
is
think I have
just
much to say on it. Really, it's all just. I mean, like you said, like 24 months ago, everything changed, so
it just
nothing's really
can't
blowing my mind anymore.
it just
It's
can't
just
be if it becomes something where like Justin Fields is not making a team and then he comes back to Ohio State in week 6 because Julian Sand gets hurt, or like I don't know. We just can't have guys who've been in the NFL for 3 years all of a sudden decide that they're going to come play college football. If they're just
well,
going
like,
to
yeah,
be
I was gonna ask how long was he in the NFL for?
like 2 preseason games.
Who? Daquan
Oh.
Wright? Yeah, Daquan Wright.
I
He
don't like
declared in
how
the draft.
Dawson's just being like, oh, whatever about this.
Could
I
care
think
less
I
one way or
mean
another.
it. It's just nothing blows my mind anymore. I
I
mean, we've
know.
just got to the point where you're paying everybody, and you can switch to another team in the blink of an eye. I mean, Lane Kiffin really set the tone when he left Tennessee that night. I think that was really the start of this ripple effect of go where you want to.
You could argue that
Um,
Lane Kiffin leaving Tennessee was the downfall of college football. That might have set everything off.
I don't know, boys. It was so good for so long, and then
Yeah, I
Hunter, I also
recognize the
don't like
sport.
that you're an ATN jersey tonight when I think it would have been very appropriate for you to wear your Deshaun jersey as he was named starter.
damn. Should I go put it on?
Yes.
There's no other
Yeah.
pod. There's not another podcaster in America that would show up in a
Wearing a
Deshaun
Deshaun
Watson
jersey.
jersey. I have an
We got a lot
autograph
to
one
talk
that was
about.
in one. There was in one. There was one in one of these frames for a while. That went to shit.
Yeah. I was going to ask if
Yeah,
that was
I
a
got
Jake
a
Brenningstool jersey.
who?
I'm just joking. Number 9.
Oh my god, they did let him wear fucking number 9. I didn't even really process that at the time.
It's been hard to process anything going on in Death Valley over the past couple of years.
Dude, it makes me so mad when I see like a white 8th string wide receiver wear number 16, or like when Will Sweeney was wearing it for
Yeah.
a while. That shit pisses
So,
me off.
so crazy. Which we
Yeah,
covered jersey
I
retirement last week.
yeah, I can't say too much after I made fun of Jaden Daniels for being a baby.
Yeah.
What do y'all have
Quite
to
on the
talk
creek.
about?
That's right.
Because I'm good to go college football any way you want to do it, if that's where we're going, or if y'all want to hit on things like Deshaun first, we can do that. Because that's pretty funny.
Since I think the bulk of the show will be doing some of our over under preview NFL college football previews. We should do a brief recap of the NFL preseason because I know we all watched a little bit. But
Hoover
We
loves
can
him
cover
some
Deshaun.
NFL preseason.
I
You
can talk about NFL
love the
preseason
NFL.
for an hour straight.
You
So we
need the
better get it out of the
NFL
way.
preseason discussion.
Cut me off whenever. But
Buddy, I have
Deshaun,
watched I've watched more high school football on TV than I have the preseason.
I have been watching a good bit of high school football. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Yeah, I can't tell you one thing that's happened in the preseason.
did you see
So
Deshaun play on Saturday?
no, I saw him play the first game, and then I came on here saying he's obviously the starting quarterback, and I was right.
I agree. I
The,
had
this,
to walk myself back. Me and Dawson talked this morning, and I said it's got to be Shador. They're going to name a starter today. It's probably going to be around 12. They're going to say it's Shador Sanders because he played better than Deshaun. I'll just say he didn't play great. He did score the only offensive points before I think of the whole game. They might have only scored 7 points in the entire game, and it was from Shador Sanders. Deshaun
yeah,
came
all I saw
in,
was the stat
and after
line, and
we
it was
bragged about him
horrible.
last week, it was. I mean, if you could believe it, it looked even worse if you'd watched the game. He was moving up into the pocket for no reason. He was taking sacks. Then he was throwing it into the dirt. He skipped a pass. He pulled a DJ. Like he had a running back do an angle route, and he tried to throw it to him, and he bounced it off the turf. The entire stadium erupted in boos. Which I don't know. Did you see his post game interview?
Yeah, I thought that was really all we were going to talk about with Deshaun was the post game interview where he.
How about him? He came out, excuse me, I'm sorry, he came out that day and apologized and said that he was just a human after pretty much saying, I don't want to be here. I don't want to play for these fans. Like, he didn't think he was going to be starter. He had no idea. He thought he was getting another 30 million this year
Yeah,
and he was going to sit the bench.
I
That's
think
what
he'd
he
prefer
thought.
it to not play. I mean, he says all this stuff in interviews, like he thinks he's a starting quarterback in the NFL. There's no way. He can't actually think that.
He
And
definitely thought he was going back to his baby's house like that night, like and saying like smoke good weed with a baby. Like he was chilling.
No
He
worries.
went home. He went home tonight and was like babe, like I gotta play. Like
oh, I gotta go play.
Dude, he's so concerned about getting hurt again. Like, I would be too.
I
That's a
mean,
problem.
that's the least of his concerns. Like if he gets hurt, he doesn't have to play. I mean, he at least gets to collect a $30 million check. But what is even more baffling to me is how he could sit there and be like, "Yeah, I don't. I mean, they're booing me. Like I understand it doesn't have anything to do with on-field performance, but I wouldn't change anything about my past. Like you wouldn't change anything. There's nothing you wouldn't change about your past, Deshaun.
Yeah, that's a bad thing to say. They would not boo him if he was the same guy he was in
No,
Houston.
no.
If he was,
he
I
if
said, I don't regret nothing I've ever done. I was
he
like, whoa, pump the
he
I said
brakes.
what? I'm
he
sorry.
could have slapped 85 girls on the ass during a
Yeah.
massage, and if he was playing well, no one
Nobody
would
would boo
care.
him.
No
You
Yeah.
one
don't.
would boo
You,
him.
you don't have one regret. Not even 25 regrets. Do you
He
have
could have.
25
He
regrets?
should at least just hit like a yeah. I've done some things that I regret. Just move
Yeah, if he would
on.
have said that, he could have built some sympathy up, at least from Browns fans. But the
No.
unapologetically, like, I am who I am, and they cheered when I tore my Achilles last year. I don't know why. Like,
That is like, can you imagine popping your Achilles and you're at home and the crowd is just losing their mind?
I would think it would beg some self-reflection to say, why do these people hate me so much?
I really can't believe he hasn't just said like, nah, I'm not doing this. Like, what's
I
30
mean,
more million dollars? Just wrap
you
it
know,
up.
taxes though.
Taxes. They do be getting
Taxes.
taxed.
You
If you,
forgot about
yeah,
taxes.
don't forget that the NFL
Odell,
players
Odell
do be
Beckham say
getting
like
taxed.
Odell Beckham went on a podcast and broke it
Yeah,
down like, and
they'll
I
be
gotta live
like,
a
oh,
lifestyle.
yeah, like y'all think we be making like so much money, but like after taxes, like
After
we
taxes,
really
and like
don't.
I gotta go to sink to sink in the
Like, brother,
Baja.
yeah, yeah. I'd love
Yeah,
to
like,
test it
bro,
out.
like
I'd love
Like
to
15
test it
million
out.
hit my bank account today, and like my financial advisor took 6 out, bro. Like, what am I supposed to do
Yeah.
now?
Yeah, I
Oh
would love to
no.
test it out. See how tough
Me
it
I can
is.
too.
hard.
I would find struggle.
Yeah.
I would.
Yeah. I'd gladly trade places to find out how much taxes you get taken out of your $250 million contract.
There's just no way Deshaun needs the money. Like, just wrap it up. Get
He
out.
thinks
Get,
he's delusional. He thinks he's a starting quarterback. He's going to go out and play. Okay, here's my next question. When does the switch happen?
It's gonna be quick. It's gonna be real quick.
Because here's something to look forward to. They play their last preseason game on Thursday. Cleveland fans might boo for 3 hours straight during
nah,
that
you
game.
can't play Deshaun. You cannot play him.
It doesn't matter. They'll just boo. They'll boo the team for 3
That's
hours.
fine, but you can't. If you're gonna let him, if he's your starter, he can't play that last preseason game and just get destroyed.
No, he's not. Again, he's not going to play because he is the definite starter now. But I mean,
Yeah.
what if Shador Sanders goes out in the third preseason game and throws 3 touchdowns in a half? Like, why would you name the starter now? Why on an arbitrary Monday after your second preseason game? You're going to come out.
That's a
Todd
good point.
Monken's
I
going
don't
to say,
really know why they named a starter.
"What was the rush?" I mean, the
Yeah.
team
That was
already
him
understands
being
that
like,
there's.
we still got to pay him 30 million this year, so let's try something out.
We're going to get our money's worth, or we're going to get the first overall pick. I mean, they might just be looking to tank. But
Um,
here's the thing.
No,
Go
that's
ahead.
for sure. They're gonna draft Darian Mensa next year, like the 2 overall, and hit their program. Flip it off.
um, I would like to segue this into a little bit more quarterback talk. And I think this is probably the only left of the quarterback talk that's needed going into this season before we get into some other things.
Jacoby Brissett.
Spoke to Cooper on the phone this morning. Hunter didn't answer because he knew I was right and he wasn't going to try to contest me here. Why is Joe Burrow getting so much hype? Why do we have him as a top 5 QB right now in, in 6 seasons? Sure. He had his one strike of lightning. But other than that, he doesn't have an MVP. He's only won more than 9 games once. He's only gotten through 3 seasons. I understand that his offensive line has been abysmal, but you're throwing to the best 1-2 punch in the country, and you have been. It's not like you gained them. You've had them. And Chase Brown. I'm struggling as much as, and y'all know I love Joe Shiesty. Joe Shiesty and them
Yeah,
Shiesties.
I'm gonna show you why we still talk about. Watch this video real quick. Hold on. See this video? Hold on.
Yes, I know.
You got
That's the
video?
no look in the snow on the Bills 50.
So
I can't even
that's
see the
why,
screen.
because he's the smoothest white boy we've had in quite a while, and so we gotta still talk about him as top 5, because like he is the coolest guy we got. Like Josh Allen is just a big brute of a man. Joe Shiesty's out there just doing the damn
Yeah,
thing.
Josh Allen is a big girthy guy.
Yeah, like we need Joe
Do you
to
think?
get like.
Do you think you could name 5 quarterbacks better than Joe Burrow
No.
right now?
Right
Let me
now,
just say, I wrote down 5. This is just off the top of my head.
Right
can you
now.
name them?
All right.
Go ahead.
Josh. Yeah,
Josh
go ahead.
Allen,
Yeah.
Josh Allen,
Yeah.
Yep.
Lamar Jackson,
Yeah.
Those were my first 2.
Patrick Mahomes,
Yep.
Stafford.
Matthew
I have
Stafford.
Stafford written down.
Listen. Right now, I'm gonna give it to you.
Right now.
Jay Herbo.
No,
I didn't
it's
write
the
him.
same
I didn't
thing.
write him, but I
It's
thought
the same
yeah,
exact
if you're gonna-
conversation, and he's done less than Burrow. He's done less than Joe.
I'd
Yeah,
say
I
he has a
mean,
lesser
he has
team, but I
less
understand.
playoff
No, he
success, but
doesn't.
yeah. If you're going to criticize Joe Burrow, you've got to also have that same criticism for Justin Herbert.
I don't think
Okay.
he
He's
really
also the
has
guy
a
that's gonna-
lesser team.
Here's one. Here's a couple because I know Hunter likes him, and I have another name written down. But where would you put Caleb Williams or Drake May?
I mean, not Drake May, but
I mean, what do you mean? Drake May led the league in
What do you
passing
mean?
last year. Went to the Super Bowl.
I mean
Lost
that no that
the
was
exact same situation as Joe
that was
Burrow
literally just like a
in his
pure
second
like I
year.
got to ride.
Oh, wait a minute. We forgot one of them ones. We
Don't
forgot
say.
one of them ones. J5, my
Deshaun's.
boy.
See, Jaden's problem right now is like he's leaning more towards the CJ Stroud mold than.
I mean, he got hurt, bro. He got hurt. So did
I'm
Joe.
just
So
saying.
did
I'm
Joe.
just saying.
I mean, he went through the NFC, bro. Went through the big boys. Lost
I'm
to the
just
Super
saying.
Bowl winners.
It feels a lot like that CJ Stroud rookie year.
Yeah, but we haven't seen enough of him.
And
We have
his,
seen a lot of Joe Burrow.
I need his
Yeah,
weird ass mama to chill the fuck out.
I think
I-
that Joe Burrow, there's definitely reason for concern, and
I
if
do
you wanna
think
segue
Caleb
this-
and Drake May will take a step back this year.
okay,
If the Bengals go out this entire year and Joe never gets hurt and
They're-
they don't make it to at least the championship, the AFC championship.
I mean that's a pretty lofty goal.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of good teams in the AFC.
What do you say?
I mean, if
I
they don't
think
make
they would
the
need
playoffs,
to like
I think
win
that's
a playoff
where you have.
game.
Yeah, if he wins a playoff game, you can still rationalize Joe Burrow. But
But
I just
Joe
think-
Shicey's one of them ones. If he's fully healthy, he's an untouchable god.
No, let's start with winning the division that just lost Tomlin and Harbaugh. Let's start with that. Like they need to do that, and then win a playoff game. I don't think they have to fucking go to the Super Bowl.
No. Yeah.
I mean, they got Jamar Chase, T. Higgs, Chase Brown. Like,
I
if
mean,
Joe Shicey's
while we're
healthy,
Their defense
here,
is
like
still
Josh
horrible.
Allen's never touched the field of the Super Bowl.
he is doing it by himself.
I feel like we could do this with everybody.
We could.
Yeah, Josh Allen is like a multiple-time MVP, though. How many MVPs?
Yeah.
Is he maybe just
What
won
about the
one?
He's
fucking
got a
guy who just won the Super Bowl, Sammy D? What about Sammy D?
Yeah, I think he's more of a guy who took advantage of a great team around him. Like,
Yeah, I
if
think he
you
was
were to-
right place, right time.
If you were to replace
No,
Joe
but he
Burrow,
did it 2 straight years with the Vikings, and then
I think you could have put any of the top. Ooh, I'm
be
trying
careful.
to think.
Be careful. Be careful.
You could have put a lot of quarterbacks on that Seahawks team. That was kind of like that Joe Burrow 2019. Like, you could have put a blind monkey back there at quarterback, and they'd have won.
could Jordan Love have won the Super Bowl on the Seahawks last year?
Yes.
Yeah, and I'd say he's probably around the 9th or 10th best quarterback in the league.
I
Now,
would need to see
could
more from
Jared
Jordan
Goff?
Love.
Could Jared Goff?
Yes.
Jared Goff would have won a Super Bowl with the Seahawks. Yes.
100%. I think him more than
Yeah.
Jordan Love.
I don't know. About
I need
that.
Jordan Love to be better this year. I need Jordan Love.
I
to be
think
better this year.
look, I'm gonna say this because I believe in him, bro. Go put Kirk
J5.
Cousins on the Seahawks and watch him work.
No, not Kirk
No,
O'Chain.
I might have to draw.
Oh,
the line
Jaden
there.
Daniels on the Seahawks.
Trevor
No.
Lawrence on the Seahawks. I mean, Trevor Lawrence.
Trevor would've
absolutely
won it.
And Trevor
Trevor
Lawrence is
would've won
probably falling at like 12 or
I don't
13
know.
right now.
I don't know if that team is that
Dude,
I mean, their
That
defense
team
was
was that
a
good.
historic defense. They
Yeah.
had Jackson Smith and Njigba. They had Kenneth Walker.
not allowed to say his name.
I'm not allowed to say that.
I'm not. You can.
It was a soft A on Njigba. But this will transition well. Do you want it? I mean, we could take up another 35 minutes talking about futures. Do you want me to kick this off? Because I have one that I want to get off the top, since we're talking about it.
of the NFL.
Of the,
While
of the
we're here?
NFL.
Of the
And
NFL?
then moving to college. While we're here.
Yeah, sure, but
I don't. Okay.
Sam Darnold threw for 4,000 yards and 25 touchdowns last year. Is all I'm saying.
I mean, anybody could have done it.
25 is a little bit more pedestrian than it sounds in a 17-game season, but I agree. He had a great season. I'm not discrediting anything Sam Darnold did.
I
The only
am.
thing I'll
Anybody
say.
could have done it.
Okay, perfect.
All right. I don't have many
Bengals.
NFL.
What do you think the Bengals win total is? What do you think the Bengals win total is?
9.
It's 10.5.
Oh.
I
Oh.
took I took their under at 10.5. It's a little bit juiced up. It's minus 130 for them to go under 10.5. But all it takes is one injury to the offensive line or to Joe Burrow, to where I think that it is very feasible to think that they have no chance of winning 11 games this year. On top of that, I don't think they're going to win their division. I think the Ravens to me, with their minus 110, they're the favorite. But I still think the Ravens, with what they have on offense and really what they're returning on defense, make them the team to beat in the AFC North
Steelers.
and the Steelers.
Here we go.
Um,
Steelers.
I've got
Does
a
anyone
couple
else?
things that I'd like.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, no, no. Go ahead. After you.
I think the Saints win their division.
I wrote it
I
down.
threw that future. I threw that future in.
Over 7.5 wins is plus 100 right now.
I want to say I like them. I like them in their spot. I don't think the 49ers are going to be as good. Not the 49ers, the Tampa Bay Bucks. I think the Panthers are going to come back and be exactly what the Panthers are. And the freaking, is it the Dolphins?
No.
No.
It's the
Who's the other
Saints,
one?
the Bucks, the Panthers, and the Falcons.
Falcons. That's right. Sorry, I was thinking of Tua. The Falcons ain't got a shot in hell.
Yeah, I agree. I have them as I broke down
They could be
AFC
on the
or
field by themselves and they'd still lose.
Yeah,
AFC South
that's
winner for the
another
Saints
team,
is plus
Darian.
265.
Darian Mensa coming to save the Dirty Birds too. He's saving somebody next year. I don't know who it's going to be yet.
Yeah, I like that Saints bet a lot. Tyler Shuck is a good quarterback. I mean,
What
they
were
found the
they
guy
to win the
last year.
division?
Plus 265.
That ain't bad.
No, not at all. I mean, that whole division has plus odds, and if you take their over
I
7.5
mean, the
win
Carolina
total, you
Panthers
might
won
as
the
well.
division last year.
Correct, but they haven't had a repeat winner in how many years? 8, maybe longer. They haven't had a
I don't know
repeat
what
winner
you
in a
said.
long time. They haven't had a repeat winner in that division in the NFC South. It's a race to 8 wins. Whoever wins 8 wins is going to win that division.
And I think it's going to be the Saints. Release the rat.
And they finished probably. Did they finish fourth last year in that division? They should have an easy schedule this season. Let's go ahead and take a peek at that.
Pull it up.
Oh, a little bit of a tough start, but then we're gonna get.
All they got to do
rolling.
is win division games. All they got to do is win division games.
Jesus.
I mean, if they win all their division games, that's 6 wins. They can pull up
All right, they got
3. They're not going
at
to win.
at Detroit and at Baltimore to start the season. Probably going to be 0-2, but that's okay because then you've got the Raiders, Falcons, Vikings, Giants, Steelers, Browns, Panthers, Bears, Bengals, Green Bay, Panthers. Yeah, they're going over. I don't even know what y'all said the total was, but I love them to win
Yeah,
that
I mean-
division. I'm going to have to get down on that right now at Daily Sports 365.
Give a shout out. Use promo code.
Kevin, you better give me some free
What's up?
play if you listen to that. Kevin's
Promo
listening.
code
I have
ads.
Yeah, Kevin, listen. A little bit of free play each week. I'll do that every time we do one of these.
Oh, win total Giants. I'd probably go check that out.
What is it?
You like the over or the under? Because I don't know.
I
if
don't
they're
even
gonna be
know.
great.
I don't know what it is, but I think that they're going to be pretty good this year.
You do.
I think their
Well, I guess
defense
they
is
do
going to
got
be
a real
good.
ball coach. Yeah, they got a real
I think their
ball coach
defense is
there.
going to be really good, and I think the smoothest white boy in all the land
They
is
don't
going to
have
have.
a- Go ahead. He's going to have a season.
He's going to have a season if Malik stays healthy. If Scattabooty can keep his head up.
They play the Cowboys and Rams week 1 and 2.
The over under 7.5 plus 120.
Yeah, so I don't know. Plus, their first two games are tough: Cowboys and Rams. Rams at
They'll go one and
Rams.
one. They'll go one and
Okay,
one.
they'll beat the Titans and the Cardinals.
Yep, that's 3-1.
Should beat the Titans and the Cardinals. They play the Commanders at the Commanders.
They lose that 3-2,
Saints go to the Giants.
4-2.
You're saying they win that?
I think they
We're
beat the
doing
Saints.
exactly
Yeah,
what we talked about today. We're doing exactly what we talked about today, Dawson.
the
Whenever
Saints can
NFL
find
Network
other
commentators,
wins.
okay, but I'm just saying, whenever
Yes.
NFL commenters go or whatever it is, they go on there and they pick the wins. Have you ever seen this, Hunter? Where they'll go and they'll just say, week 1 they won, week 2 they lose, week 3 they win. Have you ever seen that?
Yeah, sure.
At some point in that, they discredit. They'll say that somehow there's going to be 400 wins in the NFL and there's only going to be 200 losses
Yeah, yeah.
because
Yeah. Hmm.
there's no continuity between the teams they pick. So what we just did with the Saints, where we said they could go over, now we're doing with the Giants.
Yeah, but I said the
Giants
Saints
will
gonna
beat
win a
the Saints.
division. I didn't say they gonna win a win total.
Okay, all right. Texans, they should beat the Texans.
They're gonna beat
Now
the
they're
Texans.
5-2.
Five
So
and
you
two.
think by November the Giants will
For
be
some
5-2?
reason, Dalton's voice has been different ever since we started. I think when Jackson Dart got mentioned, and he said something about the smoothest white boy in the land, he's been talking. He couldn't get out of it. He just kept going.
Yeah, they're gonna be 5-2.
He literally kept going. He couldn't stop.
All right, all right. Let's finish this out. They're 5-2. Go ahead and call them 4-3. Call them 4-3. Call them 4-3. Call them 4-3.
Okay, all right. This is where their hard part of their season happens. They play the Commanders again.
All right, we'll split that. We'll go 1-1 with them. 5-3.
Okay, so now they're 5-3. Jaguars.
That's gonna be a good little game. Mark that on the calendar. They take that
5-4.
home. They take that home.
I think the Jaguars beat them. Colts
All right, 5-4.
at Colts.
They beat the Colts 6-4.
49ers.
6-5. Okay.
Seahawks.
Dang.
Damn.
Now they gonna lose that. They 6-6.
6-6. They've got to get to how many wins?
They got what? They need 2 more, 3 more.
How many did you say? Do you remember?
No, I have no idea what the win total is. I thought somebody
Okay.
said 6.
Okay,
or
well
7.
let's just do
It was
let's just do the
7.5.
rest
It was 7.5.
7.5. We need
Browns.
2 more
They can
wins.
beat the Browns.
Win. 7-6. 7-6.
Lions at Lions.
Ooh,
That's a win. 8-6. 8-6. They got their 8.
What?
right on the number.
At Cowboys.
Hey, the Lions might be sitting people by that at that point. Oh, that wasn't the last
No.
game.
Drew, and they're going to be.
There's still 3 games to be played. They're not sitting.
My
people.
bad. I thought we were at the end of the season. No, they're playing important football at that point.
Yeah,
not losing.
that's playoff seeding. Okay, they beat.
Yeah,
the
I was
Lions,
about to
is that
say.
what
I was about to say. I was like, their last 3 games should be. There should be a divisional game somewhere
There's
in
2
there.
divisional. They have to play at the Cowboys and then the Eagles for their last game. I think they lose at the Cowboys and then they've got to play the Eagles for their last win, according to just going through their schedule and saying win loss.
Dude, my thing is there's 8 wins in there.
Okay.
There's 8 wins.
All right, while we're still
Okay.
in the NFC, I'm going to go back to the Saints for just a moment because I have a question about gambling. Would you rather have the Saints to win the division at plus 260 or the Saints to make the playoffs at plus 210 with the ability to still make the playoffs without winning the division?
No,
Not gonna
because I don't
be
think
easy.
That division is going to contribute to division.
Yeah, obviously that division getting 2 playoff spots would be crazy, but at least you have the option.
There's a reason why
So
those
no.
are almost identical odds.
Yeah, I
if they
know.
win the division.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Guys, the Giants and the Redskins win total over is both plus odds at 7.5 over.
Okay.
I wouldn't be opposed on.
All right. So we're squad riding the Saints this season as a show, as a sports show.
As a show,
Is that
we
what
are
I'm
Saints
hearing?
fans.
We
Yeah.
are squad riding the Saints to win that division. Go ahead and lock
And
To
that
then
make the
in.
playoffs or to win the
no,
division?
to over
To win the
7.5
division.
wins, NFC South winner.
I'm
You can
gonna.
take either or.
Yeah. Yeah. You
Yeah,
pick. I'm going with the to win the division.
that's 265.
Hopefully Tyler Shuck didn't fuck us. If he did though, and he's actually not good, we got the fucking Rattler.
We do have the Rattler.
I got a
Waiting to be
chalkboard over
unleashed.
here to write.
Oh yeah,
Write
keep
some of
writing
this
these
stuff
down.
down. But I don't think I have
Um,
chalk.
The only
That's a problem.
we'll find a way to keep track. The only other divisional winner that I wrote down was the AFC South. The Jaguars are plus 235.
Ooh.
The Texans, I believe, have the best odds to win the division. But Jaden Higgins just went down. CJ Stroud is kind of in a will he, won't he situation this year.
Can I take them to not win it?
Jag.
You could take them to not make
No.
the playoffs. I don't think
The
you could take them to.
Texans.
I don't think you could take them
Oh
to
yeah, you want me to get you a number
not
on
win
and
the
not make the
division.
playoffs?
Yeah.
Yes.
I can do that for you. Maybe. Texans. We need a Jamie. We need somebody we can just hit with it. Go ahead and look that up, Jamie.
Yeah, while we're talking about this. I'll keep talking about while you're looking it up. But the
To
Jaguars are in
miss
a
the
division.
playoffs, plus 170. Plus 170 to miss the playoffs.
That might not be bad odds. The Jaguars are in a division with the Titans, the Colts, and the Texans. Daniel Jones is as he's proven in his 9-year career, he is a cyclical player. He plays just well enough to get his next contract. He's gotten his contract. He's got a 2-year, $50 million deal in the Colts. He's coming off of a Achilles tear, I believe. And they lose Michael Pittman. They've got to backfill a lot of targets, a lot of receptions. I just don't think the offense is going to be as good. I think that you're going to be able to hone in on Jonathan Taylor a lot more to stop the run. Again, just like we said, the Titans aren't going to win anything, and the Texans are the only unknown. So I like the Jaguars for those reasons.
I like the Jags too, and I want to believe in Trevor Lawrence so much since my sweet prince Deshaun was taken away from me because of off-field decision making. So my other sweet prince in my life, someone who brought me a national championship, I want Trevor Lawrence to be one of those guys.
So bad.
Well, he's always supposed to be one of those guys. I just don't. They just never do it in back-to-back seasons, and I do think Liam Cohen's the best coach he's ever had. Obviously, with Urban, I mean, Doug was all right for a little bit. I'm just sitting here looking at the schedule. I mean, obviously, they just have to win division games to get to the playoffs. I mean, it's not as bad as I thought it was going to be. You got to go to Denver week 2. Cincinnati week 4. You got Philly at home after that. I mean, Cleveland, Denver, New England, Cincinnati, Philly, Houston. It's not going to be the easiest thing in the world.
No, I don't think it'll be easy, but I think that they do have the talent. And their receiving core, it doesn't have a lot of household names, but Brian Thomas Jr. is 2 seasons removed from a 11 or 1,200 yard season. Parker Washington established himself as a guy last year. Jacoby Myers, he's got some stuff going on with a hand injury right now, but I think all signs point to him being ready for week 1. They have an amazing receiving core, and you put in Travis Hunter and some gadget plays. So
Brian Thomas is one of the weirdest. I don't really understand what happened last year.
it's
Him
the
and
same
Trevor
as
just
Ryan
never really
Williams
clicked,
last
and
year.
then
It just drops.
Yeah, and then I don't really know about their offensive line. It's never been fantastic. You get rid of ETN, so you're basically giving the job to old Bashal Tootin. I guess we'll see.
Guys, I'm sorry. I hate to pivot here.
Please.
I'm deep into some regular season college football playoff yeses or nos. Really quick question.
Hold on. Can we just finish this NFL really quick?
I'm sorry. I'm on the
more
site right now. I'm on
No,
the site.
yeah, my last one's David Bailey to win Defensive Rookie of the Year plus 500. It's the easiest bet of the season. If someone gave you, if you put 100, if $500 was laying on the ground, you'd pick that shit up. All right, he's gonna win that award. He's gonna 7, 8, 9, 10 sacks maybe for the Jets. I think it's easy money. Easy money.
Plus 500. Is he the odds-on favorite?
Yeah,
Okay.
I think Ruben Baines pretty close. Maybe
Okay.
same odds, honestly. Sonny
I like it.
Styles, I don't think he's as bad as people are making him out to be.
Those clips were ridiculous.
Yeah, he got sucked up on one play that wasn't even his fault.
And like
Yeah, it
the
was a
people
read
are
option.
it'll be like it's bad. Like I don't understand why people are trying to make it out like he's just some bad football player.
But people don't
I listen.
understand. Go ahead.
It's preseason too. I don't want him down there in that fluff.
No.
Well,
Like
that's not.
if he
I
gets
don't think
sucked
that's the
up, leave it
reason.
alone.
He needs to play physical in the preseason. He's still a rookie, so he needs to understand the speed. But the people who are coming out and saying like he's a horrible linebacker because he went with the running back on a read option where the edge crashed down
Yeah.
without even considering the quarterback, like that's in no way his fault. I mean, I think he's played fine. He's played fast. And he
Yeah.
looks physical. Like he's engaging blocks. So people who are complaining don't understand defensive assignments, especially at the linebacker position.
All right. Now we can go to college football because this is where I'm very prepared for this. I have about 30 picks to give out.
That's a
Um
dirty 30.
I would like to
You
go
have
conference.
30.
I have a lot. I have conference by conference. I have conference winners in each conference, pretty much.
Okay.
And then if y'all want to get to the Heisman, I have a very simple formula that would have
We can
won
keep that
this
short
year.
and simple. Arch has already won it.
Yeah, I mean,
I
Arch does fit. Arch does fit the criteria that we have here on this program.
I want to draw attention. I want to start with some. Well, how do you want to start? Because right now I'm in playoff yeses or nos.
All right, let's go. Can we go conference by conference, and then you go with the ones in those conferences that you like?
Let's do it. I don't really need to talk about the ACC. Don't really need to talk about the Pac-4, and I don't really need to talk about the Big 42.
All right,
Big
we're
10,
gonna start.
SEC.
We're gonna
Good
go
start.
fucking alphabetical order. We're gonna go in the ACC. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I got 7 picks for you here in the ACC.
It's
Obviously,
Miami and
Miami's
Louisville,
gonna.
isn't it?
Yeah, Miami's gonna be my natty champ overall. But I would say if I was just picking a team to win this conference, it's obviously Miami, the chalk pick. But from a gambling perspective, here you go. I like Clemson over 7.5 minus 130. I think it's gonna be potentially 3-2, maybe even 2-3 to start the season, and then we're gonna go on a little bit of a run. 8-4, 9-3. I think we can even go 2-3 and then win out. But I think we'll go 8-4 comfortably. I just hope we're like 8-3 going into the South Carolina game. 9-3 season after all this bullshit talk throughout the offseason would feel pretty good. North Carolina under 4.5 minus 115. I'm just going to continue to fire Bill Belichick. If he gets fired halfway through the season and they start winning games, then this should be voided and no longer count towards my record. That's not fair. They might get a little bit of a bump. Obviously he's not a bad football coach, but it's one of the worst situations in college football. I was there week 1 last season for North Carolina TCU in fucking Chapel Hill at the top of that stadium surrounded by North Carolina fans. And when they went down the field and scored on their first drive, you would have thought that Bill Belichick was going to win a national championship. They were the happiest people on earth. And the fall off has been unbelievable. Under 4.5. Virginia over 7.5. This team won 10 games last year, played for the ACC title. Nobody's talking about them this time around. They got Bo Perbula. I know he wasn't great last year for Missouri, but I think he can be pretty good. This coaching staff has proven in a short time that they know what they're doing. I like Tony Elliott more than I liked him when he was at Clemson. I think he's a damn good head coach. Another damn good head coach. And I got the opportunity to tell him he looked like a fine gentleman at ACC Media Day. Fran Brown and Syracuse. Steve Angeli's going to be back for a full season. People forget this team was 3-0, throttled Clemson when Steve Angeli was healthy. Over 4.5. That's a disrespectful number. The schedule's hard, but I think they can get there. Good, well-coached ball team. My conference winners. Do not fucking disrespect my Clemson Tigers with a 16-1 to win the ACC, because if we get to Charlotte, you know we finished the job in Charlotte. We get to Charlotte, we finish the job. 16-1? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? 16-1. I like Louisville 8-1 just because you can't take Miami even money. Also in this conference, I got Miami at 15-1 to win the Natty. Anything else in the ACC, boys?
I've got Dawson. You said nothing in the ACC.
Well, I was looking at the North Carolina 4 games, and I was looking at Louisville. Those were probably the 2 that I was eyeballing. I was actually looking at Louisville on if they're going to let in another ACC team, and it's not Miami. From its schedule point of view, it's Louisville.
If they beat Ole Miss week 1, they're almost like gonna make the playoff.
And they have and their playoff odds are great.
What?
Like, even if they lose to Ole Miss, they can still make it.
Yeah.
And their odds are great enough to where I would be able to put money down and not really care.
I like it.
Here's one thing I'll say.
I think eventually Brahm's going to break through. That team in Louisville is going to make a playoff. I know they're not a top 10 spender. They don't have a top 10 roster or whatever you want to say it, but they got a top whatever coach. He knows what he's doing. He knows how to coach quarterbacks. And eventually they're going to get over the hump. Plus 475, Big D. I like it too.
I've got 2 that I'm going to say specifically from the ACC, and then I have one that I want to pose a question for you guys. I have a Florida State under 6.5 win total. It's heavily juiced. It's minus 185.
That's why I didn't put it on my card.
I just can't pick out 7 wins on their schedule, and I'm a sucker for a favorite because they're a favorite for a reason. There's really good odds that they do not have 6.5 wins. They don't have 7 wins on their schedule. I can't find them anywhere I look. Georgia Tech over 6.5 wins. Talking about coaches we believe in, Brent Key is a guy that I believe in, and they lose.
He was so cool to just sit there and see at ACC media days. He's such a dude.
I feel like it's a little disrespectful that they're over 6.5 wins. I mean, they've got a tough schedule, but to think that they're borderline going to make a bowl game, that seems kind of ridiculous to me. I think that they.
Who's their QB? Because they lost both of their quarterbacks.
It's Mendoza's brother. Yeah, it's Alberto.
I don't believe in Alberto like I believed in Fernando.
Yeah, but people.
No one believed in
Fernando at a time.
I still don't believe in Fernando.
Me neither.
Their over 6.5 win total is 115 plus 115. So that's the other thing. The question I want to pose for you guys. Okay, good. I was going to pose this because I just happened to notice their numbers are very similar and they're on each other's schedules. I'm going to lump them in, even though they're an independent. They're an honorary ACC school in my eyes. Miami is over 10.5 and Notre Dame is over 11.5. They play each other on the schedule. So we're under the assumption with these odds that Miami has to lose this game. They're your conference champion. They could lose this game and still hit their over, but Notre Dame has to win against Miami in order to hit their over 11.5. They've got to get to 12 wins.
They're not.
So under on Notre Dame, which one do you like more? Miami over 10.5 or Notre Dame over 11.5?
Miami over 10.5.
I agree.
Notre Dame minus 225 is great.
Yeah, I hate talking about Notre Dame. I think that they're the prima donnas of college football. They think they can just take their ball and go home, and they don't have to play in bowl games if they don't want to. I hope that they get the death penalty for that. And I don't think that they're going to win 12 games. They have some tough away opponents. Like, they have to play BYU. They have to play Miami. I think at some point they play SC.
And they ain't that good.
I just don't. Yeah. See, everyone says C.J. Carr is this dog. Like, okay, C.J. Carr was a dog against nobodies last year, and he lost to the only team he played in Miami. Like,
I bet Hunter thinks he's like a dog. I already know he's about to say, like,
I
he
haven't
crazy.
I haven't really watched CJ Carr that much because they just didn't play big games after the first couple.
Correct. The only game I watched him play was USC, where they handed the ball off 100 times, and Jeremiah Love and Jadarian Price had 300 yards combined. And then I watched him play
Yeah.
Miami, where they lost, and he looked very pedestrian. Although, granted, it was his first start, I understand, but where did he show flashes? Which opponent did he show flashes as he was like this top guy at Notre Dame, and he was going to be a Heisman contender, and all these other things that everyone in the national media is saying?
Yeah.
So
Whoa.
I like Miami over 10.5, and I like Notre Dame under 11.5.
Yeah, I think though yeah. I
Okay,
still think Notre Dame's going to make the playoff and probably make the Final Four and probably compete for a national title. But
No.
that's
all right,
crazy.
Big
I
10.
can't stand when you get on them daggum Notre Dame kicks.
I've never really liked Notre Dame, but this team's going to be good.
No. Me and Cooper went and witnessed them with our own eyes play football in their stadium.
They did tear our
When?
Quietest
asses up,
stadium
though.
I've ever been in.
I thought there was like a prayer, and they just started the game, and then no one got pumped. I mean, it was. I don't see how there's any home field advantage. You
All
get a
right, Big
pin drop.
10. Big 10. Anybody have
Guys,
anything?
really quick, I've got two player props that I just want to bring to the table. I'm so sorry,
You
but I
can't do
only have
that.
two, and I don't care about any of the other ones, but these two are driving me up a wall, and I just want to get them out really quick. One, Cam Coleman is going to have over 1,000 yards receiving. I'm even stating he's probably going to have over 1,300 yards.
Is he going to New York?
That's why we need to wait to talk about Cam Coleman because he could be going to New York.
Okay, well, really quick, the only other one that I have is Gunnar Stockton's regular season passing yards is 2,649. Slam the under. No way. No way. He might not see 2,000. They are going to run the ball 97% of the time.
That is a big number for him.
Guys, I'm locking in a plus size triple digit bet on him right now to not throw that. And we are locked in. Look at that.
That's great.
Okay, moving on, onward.
All right, can we get back
Yep,
to the
that's all
Big
he has
10?
to
Y'all
say
have
on that.
anything in the Big 10 you like?
Um, Ohio State win total is 9.5. It's a little juiced. But they're Ohio State.
Yeah, that
They're
seems
gonna have
so
to beat
crazy.
Michigan. They're
Yeah.
gonna have to beat Oregon. Oregon can't show up in big moments. They piss down their leg. Um, in the playoffs, I don't know if they will do it in the regular season.
Yeah, them Ducks will play they'll play their ass off in the regular season.
Yeah, but they just can't get it
I
done.
like Ohio State too this year. I think people are forgetting about them, and then they come out as like a preseason number
Yeah, I mean
one.
9.5. I mean, when was the
I
last
mean,
time they won less than 10 games?
No, I
no one's
mean never.
forgetting about them. They're the number one ranked team in all of college
I
football.
know, but 9.5 feels like somebody's forgetting.
Yeah, 9.5 seems crazy to me. What do you
Like,
think they're gonna have
can
three
you imagine
losses?
Ohio State going 9-3?
No,
Does that
not in the,
assume losses to Texas, Michigan, and who
And
else?
I think they play Oregon
And
and
Indiana.
Indiana.
And Oregon and Indiana.
Their
Ah,
schedule's tough.
Are they going to Texas?
yeah.
Yes.
Whoa, when? Oh my God, we get to go. That's Cam Coleman and Jeremiah Smith.
Yes.
That's going to be the whole storyline around that game. And
Should we
probably Arch
go?
Manning.
I can't even imagine that ticket.
That's going to be $1,000 ticket. That's going to cost more than the national championship.
Let me
I
get the seat geek.
I got some off the wall ones in this conference while Dawson looks that up to try to take the show. I got Michigan State over 4.5 plus 150. Pat Fitzgerald back in college football. This is just we bet on these type of coaches coming back to college football. Michigan under 8.5 minus 180. This is really just straight spite. This is me putting my fist down saying I can't stand these Michigan people. I can't stand their fans. I don't think Bryce Underwood's that great. I think he's one of the most overhyped players we've ever seen coming out of high school. He could still be good, but he's never going to be this undeniable talent that everybody thought he
Who?
was. Bryce
Bryce
Underwood.
Underwood.
Oh yeah. Sorry.
I got Minnesota under 6.5. Good coach, good quarterback. They're just way too hyped. This is a kind of fade the public, fade the guys on ESPN that are saying Minnesota's going to be a sneaky team in the Big Ten.
Nope.
Wisconsin over 6.5 minus 115. Luke Fickell back against the wall. He was the dream hire when it happened coming out of Cincinnati, and since then it's been a disaster. They got a good coach. They got a good quarterback coming in this year. If they can finally stay healthy, I think they're going to get back to Wisconsin football, running the damn rock. And Big Cat has finally donated to the NIL, so maybe that just means a little something, a little more money in the pockets. Washington over 7.5 minus 170. They let me down last year. I really thought Washington was going to be a playoff team. I thought Damon Williams was a guy who could win the Heisman. I thought a lot about these Washington Huskies. This year, they're going to get it done over 7.5 minus 170. And if you don't like how much I like Notre Dame, you're really not going to like how much I like the University of Southern California. I think 14-1 to win the conference is a good bet, and I think them to make the playoff at plus 220. I think this is Lincoln's best team. At some point, they probably will fall on their face, but let's just hope it happens in the playoff, and let's just pray that they get a chance. They're going to play a brutal schedule. But everybody said the same thing about Oklahoma last year, and Oklahoma found a way to make the playoff because the good teams just win ball games. USC is going to win enough games this year to make the playoff. What the fuck is that bug? Any comments, concerns there, fellas?
The only team I want to comment on from that was Michigan. Sharon Moore's gone. You know he can't hurt you, right?
No, I know, but
You said under how many? 7.5 or 8.5?
8.5.
I mean, I want to just break it down. I'm looking at their schedule right now,
All right.
and this is I'm going to take one liberty, and then I'm going to let you guys and leave it up to the rest of you guys. They play Western Michigan week 1, win. They play Oklahoma at Michigan this year. I think they win that game. That's going to be the liberty I take.
Can you
At
imagine?
Michigan.
Can you, for a second, I need you to imagine. Who does Oklahoma play week 1?
Oklahoma.
Probably nobody.
Oklahoma plays UTEP week 1. So I mean, both
Okay.
of them are just powder puff teams before they play each other.
So, you're telling me Brent Venables gets 6 months to prepare for this quarterback who couldn't throw a forward pass last year?
Would you have taken Brent Venables over Kyle Whittingham right now if both of them were available?
Yeah.
No. What?
I would take a guy who just made the playoff and he got the best defense in the country.
Whoa.
The guy who's on the hot seat if he doesn't win 9 games this year? 8 games
That's
this
just
year?
because he's at fucking Oklahoma.
I'm just saying, the guy is very
Imagine kicking your
cyclical
feet
as
up
well.
at Utah for
And
20 years.
True, but now he's got the resources behind him. And say what you want about Bryce Underwood, but if he takes a step forward other than backwards like you think he will, I think they beat Oklahoma.
No, he has
I don't
to
think he
be
has to
better.
do it himself either.
Like, there's
Okay,
no way.
let me
Bryce
take the
Underwood's
one liberty of
worse.
Oklahoma. You'll have plenty of opportunity to say that they can't win
Okay.
8 games.
I would.
They
I
play
think I'd rather
UTEP
give
week
you
3.
something else.
Okay, all right. Maybe I'll take it somewhere
So
else.
they're 3 and
They play
0.
Western. Okay, 3-0 in my standard right here. They play
Okay.
at home against Iowa.
Okay,
They play at
Win.
Minnesota.
win,
They play at home against Penn State.
win,
They play Indiana comes to Michigan.
killed.
Okay. So right now
Killed's
they
a
are
strong term.
6-1. They're 6-1.
No, they're
at this
not.
point
They're
in the season.
5-2.
Okay, 5-2. They play Rutgers.
I mean, I
Win.
can't. Yeah,
Win.
They're gonna
Okay.
get killed in the games they're gonna lose. They're gonna beat all
Okay.
these other bad teams.
I'm telling you, they've got enough bad teams to where all they need to do is win one of the games that they're not supposed to.
don't
Michigan
think
State
they're
the week
capable.
after. Dawson,
Win.
that's 8 wins right there. If you're counting Oklahoma and Indiana as a loss. Then they
But
have to
I
play
will-
at Oregon. I think they lose.
Yeah, killed.
Here's the big question. UCLA comes to Michigan.
They win.
Maybe.
That's 9 wins.
I don't know that. How you're just guaranteeing a UCLA spot?
No, I'm just
slam in
saying
the
it's
middle of
not
Oregon,
as
Ohio
like
State?
I'm saying it's not as improbable as you're making it out as like even if Bryce Underwood doesn't play well in these games, they can beat UTEP, they can beat Minnesota, they can beat Iowa, they can beat Rutgers, they can beat Michigan State,
But
they can
they
beat
could also
UCLA.
lose to Iowa and lose to Penn State. They're just lucky it's at
At
home.
home, I mean, they're lucky it's at home. I don't make the schedules. I'm just saying I think they have a good chance to beat Iowa and Penn State at home. Obviously, I'm not guaranteeing wins. I'm just
They could
counting.
also beat Oklahoma
Yeah,
I don't know.
because John
Can we get a
Mateer
spread
is
on that
not that
game?
guy, bro. There's probably not. I don't know if there's a spread line
which
yet
is a
for
different
that.
thing. Probably not. I'm
Yeah,
just
which
saying
is a
that was the
different
only.
thing.
I didn't say anything about any of your other Big Ten bets, but
I just don't
Michigan was also
understand
a
how
team
these
that
fools got every game they play at home.
I agree.
Yeah, no, this was just out of spite. But I'm not changing my opinion. Nah.
Yeah, the only they do go to Ohio State, they go to Oregon, and they go.
Michigan minus 1.5.
That's it against Oklahoma.
Yep.
Is it a night game?
Nope. Nooner.
Actually, it's 12 o'clock. Yeah, it's crazy.
Ugh.
Nooner.
Making it a noon game is just boring to me. That's going to be the boring. That's going to be such a boring game.
Bryce Hunter was going to get sacked 75 times.
What's John Mateer going to do, Dawson?
Nothing.
That's fine.
Okay.
All right, moving on. Big 12. My Houston Cougars over 8.5 plus 110 to win the conference 15-1. If Texas Tech, these fools, bring in Castellanos to be their quarterback, these fools, if they do that, under 10.5 plus 186.
You talking about the Florida State quarterback?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, take the if that's their new quarterback, I will. I have thoroughly not been watching, and Texas Tech will not do anything this year.
No, they won't. They just keep throwing money at the wall and praying something happens. UCF, this is an off the waller. This team wasn't great last year, but I think Scott Frost back down in Florida, away from all them mean people at Nebraska. He's going to get back to his roots. He's going to put up another banner up there with that 2013 or whatever year that was. They said they won the national title.
2017.
UCF over 5.5 minus 150. They got Alonzo Barnett from JMU. They got a legit quarterback. I think this is going to be a
I
good
actually was. I was
Where
looking at
is
that
he?
earlier too.
Where is he?
UCF.
UCF.
Okay.
And then my final pick. This is just one that I've heard from people that I kind of trust online. TCU over 6.5 minus 170, 17-1 to win the conference. That's all I got for you.
Do you have any Big 12, Dawson?
Not much. That Texas. I was going to say take Texas Tech for whatever it's worth. I did not know Castellano was possibly going to be their starting quarterback. If that's so, reverse that. Full fade. I'll take the Houston Cougars with Hunter because obviously there's something he likes about him.
Listen, I think
Okay.
there's a world where if Connor Wegman can get hurt, that's mean. Their starting quarterback
Get
might
injured.
not be the best quarterback. That's what I'll say.
The only thing I'll say about Texas Tech's schedule is, have either of you looked at it?
No, yeah, it's a
It
breeze.
might be worse. It's worse than Notre Dame's.
Yeah, this is just a pray that they fall apart.
Yeah, I mean they'd have to fall apart. I mean they don't. They play Abilene Christian, Oregon State, Houston could be their loss. Sam Houston at Colorado, Arizona State, who won't be good this year, at Cincinnati, Arizona, West Virginia, Oklahoma State, Baylor, Texas Christian,
What's that West Virginia game? Where's that at?
at Texas Tech.
Dang.
I'm going to be honest, guys. I actually retract that. Texas Tech might not lose a game.
Yeah, this
Yeah.
was just
It doesn't. They
if
could
they
roll
bring
out
in
some
that
kid on a
boy.
wheelchair.
If they bring in Castellanos, you just got to keep fading that.
I don't know. They could put out.
I don't know. Yeah, I didn't realize their schedule was that easy.
All right, here's the conference you want to talk about. SEC, here's your time to shine. Auburn Tigers over 6.5 minus 120. Let's hear it. Let me
Take
hear
it,
Why?
man,
Big
dude.
football club.
We've got a top 5 defense in the country. Alex Galesh is starting to say some things we want to hear. to the press.
What was all that
And
The
it's
malarkey
last
been
guy
about?
did
it's
that
been
too.
Yeah.
it's been 5 years. It feels like since we've heard the coach come in and say that the offense is competing in practice. And I think Galesh's got them boys ready to play. I think a lot of people are sleeping on Byron Brown.
What was all the
I
malarkey
got
you
their
were
team.
talking about with them having two quarterbacks also playing?
What?
Dawson texted in the group
That
chat earlier
wasn't
today. That wasn't Auburn?
no, that was UNLV against Memphis.
Ah, okay, never mind. Misread that.
It's gonna be a
Um,
big game this weekend.
give me the Memphis Tigers. But
Oh, they're playing
I'm
two
gonna be
starting
honest, guys.
quarterbacks.
I think. I was talking about Tennessee and Alabama both having true freshman quarterbacks and giving Elijah Melendez, Xavier Atkins, Champ Anthony, and DJ Durkin full reign to send the kitchen sink at them, and I
That
like
is
that.
something like to look at in this day and age of college football. You don't get much of that. I feel like it's a lot of older transfers, and then you get these older defenses in these conferences like on Auburn and honestly, Indiana's defense last year kind of did that to teams like just strangled Dante Moore, just kind of strangled Julian Sayin, and Auburn might can do that to some of these teams in the SEC that have these young quarterbacks, like you're saying.
Don't sleep on us. We're a good team, and I have tried to keep all hope and not letting my head get too into it. But
We're past that.
I
With
like
them,
where this
yes.
team's. I like where this team's at, and it's not. I'm not listening to false. Just listening to Hugh Freeze talk about Jackson
Make
Arnold and
stuff
all
up. Yeah.
this. It's
Yeah.
just. I mean, Alex Galesh is coming to pressers and being like, "We had a sucky day. Our guys suck. This was terrible." But then he's real and lets us know, and that's what I wanted to hear. And I think we're going to be a surpriser to a lot of teams.
Do you have
I like it.
any? Okay, so I agree about experience on defense can kill us a young
Cooper's
quarterback
about to
in
hit
college
you with
football.
some shit. He's about to get you fired up.
You would have much rather seen, uh, what was his name on Auburn last year? Quarterback Deuce Knight.
Uh,
You would have much
Deuce.
rather seen Deuce Knight versus a Jackson Arnold guy because he had
Um,
experience.
Yeah,
Jackson
I
Arnold
mean,
had experience.
obviously, yeah. I mean,
yeah, in the
So like,
situation we were in, I would have definitely wanted Deuce Knight to play.
and
sure,
I
and
mean, Kalen Russell and Faison, they might. If you're a guy, you're a guy, and sometimes it just don't matter.
Yeah,
correct.
I feel
It seems
bad
like
for
an age
that
like
backup quarterback in Alabama.
Yeah.
yeah, it seems like eons ago that Trevor Lawrence came in as a true freshman, but Faison Brandon is a guy coming out of high school who fits every single category that you'd want in a quarterback. He's huge.
Oh yeah,
He
yeah.
has
No,
the
I'm not
ability to
saying he's not a
run.
dog.
Yeah, but I agree. The defense
I
is going to
just
be a
like
huge
I
factor.
rather yeah. And y'all got
Right.
Texas that weekend before.
Mm.
Yeah.
So y'all be coming in. Y'all gonna be coming in beat up.
I like Kentucky over 4.5 -130. I like the young coach. I like Will Stein. I think they're going to bring a lot over to that team. They finally got some money. I think they're going to surprise some people in the SEC. Obviously South Carolina under 6.5. I'll continue to ring this bell. It would take a lot, if you're a South Carolina fan, and you're looking at that number, you're saying Vegas says 6.5.
I mean, their schedule is hard.
But there's some of them are still believing like maybe we can make a playoff. I just want to let
I
everybody out
mean,
there know, just go ahead and understand this probably not going to happen. I'm going to try to be nice right now. This is just me being a good friend of the South Carolina fans. When Vegas is saying under 6.5, it's -120. They're kind of just letting you know it's probably
yeah,
just not going to happen. Six
they've
under.
got
If
they've
you
got a
make a
rough
bowl, you need to
schedule.
be happy. It's a tough schedule. This is one of those years as a Clemson fan. I know we've had to hear it a lot, but if you want to say it, go for it. Now we do play some hard teams, but y'all got a tough schedule, and that's part of this. I think South Carolina could be a better team than they were last year, but that getting to 8, 7, 8 wins is just not going to be easy. Ole Miss under 8.5 too. Fuck them. I hope Luke Fraley actually doesn't play.
Under on LSU. I don't believe in them at all.
Hmm.
I'll
I
throw one
don't
out there.
believe.
I think they're going to be so hit or miss. Like it's either going to be they're 11-1 and like the third best team in the country, or the fans are freaking out about Lane Kiffin.
Texas A&M over 8.5 wins.
Oh, hold on. Let's talk about this.
I've got the
I
schedule
couldn't
pulled up.
disagree with anything more. I'm not going to
They're,
pull it up. I'm not going to pull it up.
I
You just
don't
go
think it's
through it.
easy. I don't think it's easy.
Eight and a
but it's,
half.
They beat
They
Missouri
weren't
State.
good
They
last
beat Arizona State. They beat Kentucky. 3-0
Where's that Kentucky game?
at A&M.
Okay.
Okay. They
Okay.
have to go to LSU.
L.
Okay.
Th-
3-1.
They do always. I feel like they play some games though that like don't make
They do.
sense. But we're just gonna give.
give LSU the win there.
Oh, is that
Okay.
coming off of the Ole Miss game for LSU?
Coming up. It might be.
Yes.
September 19th.
It's a big game.
Arkansas
LSU
at
schedule's
home.
tough. Oh,
Arkansas
kill
at
it.
home.
Beat down.
Win.
They play at Missouri.
Murder mystery. Just what happened? Missouri.
Give them the Missouri win.
Yeah.
Give Missouri the win, or give them?
No.
Give A&M.
They beat Missouri
Citadel.
6-1.
It's gonna fall apart.
Correct.
At some
Okay. Yeah. This is where it gets tough. At Alabama.
point. L.
Win.
I don't know.
I think that they could beat Alabama.
Alabama is not going to be good this year.
I know,
I
but
thought
they're not going to be terrible.
They don't have to be
They're
terrible.
over
A&M
this
is a
guy.
good team.
I know, but I think they lost a lot more.
Okay,
A&M's
that's,
just
that's fine.
sneaky.
I'll give you the loss. I'll give you
And
the
think
loss.
about
So
when
6-2.
A&M. Think about the few times A&M played a good team last year. They could not move the football against Miami. They
Sure.
got killed by Texas and Arch Manning. Like they played two good teams and they kind of got throttled.
Okay. They play Tennessee at home. Oh no, sorry. No. The next week they play at South Carolina.
they win that game.
Yeah, so I guess
they
maybe
do.
they're going over.
That's 7 wins right now. So they've got to win. They've got to win 2 out of their last 3 in this situation. They play Tennessee at home. I mean, even as a Tennessee fan, having to go into Texas A&M is going to be
Yeah.
extremely hard, especially for a freshman quarterback. Then they play at Oklahoma.
L.
Okay, so then it all
At
comes
Oklahoma,
down to.
at Texas to finish.
I mean, they can go 1-1 with
No.
those.
Texas A&M has Texas at home this year.
That seems like one of
That's what
those like little brother rivalry things where Texas A&M's just not going to beat Texas.
Well, I mean, it's a rivalry renewed. They didn't play for the longest time because they weren't in the same conference. LSU was their previous rival, if you'd call them that. That's who they'd play week 13. So, yeah, I mean, in a what have they played 3 times since they
I mean, I see
resectioned the
Texas
SEC?
A&M. I see Texas A&M going 8-4.
Me too.
Like-
That's just what they do.
That just feels like the right number next to their name.
I think I
Yeah.
would more like an A&M like to not make the playoff bet than to take their under.
That's
win.
what I was looking at Alabama and Texas A&M to not make the playoffs.
I did
Yeah,
right.
like, I
Alabama
could
no
see 'em-
playoffs.
I could see both of those teams going 9-3 or 8-4 and just being right on the outside.
Yeah, Alabama no playoffs is minus 170.
Yeah, I don't hate that.
Like who knows what South Carolina's going to be? I mean, Texas A&M, you go to Alabama, to South Carolina, Tennessee at home, to Oklahoma. That and then Texas. That's a stretch.
And South Carolina's one of them teams like they're gonna beat
They're
somebody.
gonna beat someone, and they fuck with Texas A&M. I feel like sometimes maybe they don't actually. Maybe they get killed. There's
No,
some
they
teams that
did
get
last
killed
year.
by-
They were
Really?
killing them at halftime when Shane Beamer
They
went
beat-
in the
yeah.
locker room and was
Oh
pumping the
my
crowd up.
god, what a moment! Oh my god, I've never been so happy. That live bet I hit on Texas A&M felt so good. It was like plus 800, and I could just sense the moment. Sometimes you can just feel the Gamecocks falling apart. That is great. And then Texas to win the Natty just because Dawson convinced me, and now I have $100 on it on this fucking app, and I'm kind of upset about it. I don't love it, but
Dude, I've got them winning the conference, winning the Natty, Arch Heisman. Cam Coleman over receiving yards.
Safe to say you're not hedging.
Yeah,
If
we're
you've
getting
got 5
spooked.
bets on Texas, you're going to be wearing burnt orange this
I've got an
year.
Arch Manning shirt in the closet. I'm looking at tickets right now for the Texas Ohio State game. They are $500 a piece, Cooper. We could go, we could affirm them at $70 a month until we pay them off.
Let's go. We can finance them. Let's
Dude, that is
go.
affirming tickets is hilarious. I did that when I went. I can't even remember which game I did it for when I went to those games last year. It was so funny when it popped up. I was like, "Yeah, I'll definitely rather pay $15 today than
Yeah.
75."
I'm not. Listen, I don't want to turn this into a Dave Ramsey podcast, but if you're having to affirm your college football tickets, maybe just hold off. Maybe put that money
Yeah,
into
Well,
but
I
at
mean,
savings
least you know
bonds
it's
or
I
an
don't
whatever.
have
option.
to affirm them. I'm just like, if you think it's a little steep, we could
Yeah,
make some
it just
payments.
makes you feel a
Yeah.
little better about yourself the
We
first
could
go
be,
around.
yeah. Interest doesn't kick in until second year.
Yeah, you just don't miss. Yeah, you
Yeah,
get
first
it.
6 months is no interest. So just pay it in
Interest
6
free.
months.
All
Perfect.
right,
Yeah.
no more Dave Ramsey Heisman Trophy. I'm
Arch.
passionate. I'm a passionate guy about this because no one else is going to bring you this insider information that I don't know why no one else talks about this. It's just an obvious thing that's happened. 7 out of the last 7 quarterbacks to win the Heisman Trophy had a first round wide receiver catching the ball. Jaden
Yep.
Daniels, Joe Burrow, Kyler Murray had 2. This trend almost fell off, but then Omar Cooper went like 31st or 32nd last year to keep the trend going with Mendoza having a first round wide receiver. It even goes back a little bit farther, like Johnny Manziel had
Mike
Mike
Evans.
Mike
Evans.
Evans. There was another one, but it goes back to Lamar, and there's just not a Lamar, in my opinion, in this season. So we're talking about a very specific group of guys. If you can kind of just try to nail down those guaranteed.
It's Arch, Julian Say, and probably Dante Moore.
I know, and this is one of those years where it is those obvious guys, and then you have to worry about like the Indiana last year, which I do think, or like the Omar Cooper. But when I think at the beginning of the season last year when I talked about this, I did talk about Fernando Mendoza, but I talked about him because of Elijah Surratt. So there's a couple of guys we'll get to. Some of these like could be potential first rounders, but the obvious first round wide receivers. Tell me if there's more. Please chime in if there's others you think.
I'm
Jeremiah
looking right
Smith, Cam
now at
Coleman.
way too early.
I know it's not for this year, but Malachi Tony at Miami. You could honestly, the way that people are going to talk about Cooper Barkay, the guy from Duke, transferred with Mensa. He led the ACC in receiving. He's a little white guy, but maybe there's a chance. Who knows? Nick Marsh at Indiana. Charlie Beckert. I think that's his last name. One of those guys is going to be a first round wide
At
receiver.
Indiana. Yeah,
DeCarrion
that's
Moore
right.
and Evan Stewart at Oregon. Those are my like obvious first round guys, and those are also their quarterbacks are the obvious picks to win the Heisman Trophy. Josh Hoover's getting more and more love every day. What are his odds right now? Yeah, he's 14-1 to win the Heisman. Then you got your potential first round guys, in my opinion.
Okay, go ahead.
This is my Mario Cravers
I was gonna say
at
Go
A&M.
ahead.
You got Deuce Robinson down at Florida State, KJ Duff at Rutgers, which is a surprising guy. TJ Moore, Bryant Wesco are my maybe guys. I mean, they've flashed. Ryan Williams, another guy who's flashed. Amar Thompson at Houston. That's kind of why I love Houston. Isaiah Satanga. I don't even know who this is at Oklahoma, but I mean, he's like a potential All-American candidate, a third, like a preseason All-American guy in the SEC. I've never even heard
Who's
his
he
name.
play for?
Oklahoma.
I ain't
Isaiah
had nobody throwing the ball.
Satagna. And then you got the guys that's, I mean, whatever, just because he's big and fast, Nick Harbor. I guess we can throw him in there too. Those are the wide receivers
Harbor's
that
not
I'm
being
kind of
drafted in
when
the
I'm
first
talking
round.
about. I don't think so either, but like people ooh and ah over him. Like, can you imagine if he figured out how to catch?
Yeah, because he's a
It'd be
freak.
special.
Yeah, if he could catch the
I
ball,
think
he'd
it's
be
funny that
amazing.
he
But he
can't.
hasn't.
It's funny to
It's
watch him
so
not be able
funny.
to catch
It's
the ball.
so funny. He's wide open and he just can't do it.
Yeah, he's
So
not a
when
very
I
refined route
talk
runner.
about I think when we're talking about the Heisman Trophy and we're looking at these quarterbacks, I think you've really got to talk about the frisbee catching dogs and like the elite of the elite wide receivers in college football because it's the last 7 quarterbacks and then the other 2 are Devontae Smith who had 1,900 yards and Travis Hunter who was a top 4 pick because of how good of an athlete he was a wide receiver. So you're either a first round wide receiver or you're throwing to a first round wide receiver. If you don't have that, you're not winning the Heisman Trophy. Because there's not a
Guys,
Lamar Jackson.
can I ask a question?
What?
Go ahead.
Is there a possibility that we see 4 guys in New York, but only 2 teams represented?
Oh, that would be fucking crazy.
In the
If you're
playoffs, you
talking
mean?
about.
Oh, you're
No,
saying 2 guys. Oh, you're saying
Are you
Arch
talking
and
about. Dude, there's a chance.
Arch,
There's.
Arch, Cam, Julian, and Jeremiah.
But there's another duo that I know you don't believe in Mensa, but like Malachi Tony and Darian Mensa, you could. That duo is just as good as those duos.
that would be crazy, Dawson.
He went to sleep. He got sick and tired of that shit.
He's like,
All right. So with that being said, with those wide receivers, I think this is obviously it's a quarterback award. It's Julian Sayin, Arch Manning, Darian Mensa, Josh Hoover, Dante Moore. That is the tier 1 of the Heisman. That is obviously the tier 1 of the betting odds also. But then you've got the tier 2 that you could make an argument they're throwing to an elite receiver. Keelan Russell at Alabama, Marcel Reed, Sam Levitt, John Mateer, Connor Wegman,
Yep.
Houston, more Houston love, and then
who's
Lenore
that?
Sellers.
Who's the LSU receiver?
Trey Green. I forgot to mention
Okay, so
Trey
you're gonna.
Green.
So tight
I'm
ends
gonna
do
include
count.
him. No,
Jat
I
boy.
don't know if tight ends count. I think Trey Green counts.
Okay, Trey Green is a first rounder. I'm gonna reference.
But
If
Let
you're
me get this guy pulled up.
LSU quarterback, they will always have a crazy
yeah,
receiver.
and so there's other receivers out there. That's the problem with trying to do this way is there's gonna be receivers that pop up that you just don't know. There's gonna be a freshman that goes nuclear. There's gonna be
Like LSU's probably going to have a receiver this year who we're probably going to figure it out in the Clemson game. There's going to be some
yeah.
play where he's going to go up and get one, and he going to run that end zone, and Boosie going to run up to him, and they going to get it going crazy, and you're going to be like, oh no, they found one.
And then like
They
And
found
then
one.
Chris
Jackson
Henry,
Dart gonna show up.
yeah,
Mask on.
probably. And then Chris Henry, like at Ohio State this year, some people say he's as good as Jeremiah Smith. Like they might have 2. Some of these guys
Yeah,
might have 2.
they're saying
DeCarry
he's
Moore
better.
and Evan Stewart at Oregon is an insane duo that just wasn't healthy last year. Nick Marsh is one of the most underrated players in college football because he's been stuck at Michigan State.
Nick Marsh
Listen,
is crazy. I actually.
at the end of the day, if Arch Manning wins the SEC,
Yeah, he's gonna have a
they
chance.
could just UPS that thing. They're not going to get through another Manning. Peyton should have won it. They're not going to
Yeah,
give it to a non-Manning this time.
yeah,
If he
If he
throws
has
for
the season,
2,800, if he throws for 3,000 yards and only loses one game and wins the SEC, it's
no,
his.
no. He better
It's
throw for
his.
4 bands.
I want to stick by Hunter's code here with they have to have a
Yeah, is
first
there
round
any others you
receiver.
would add?
I just went through 2 different NFL mock drafts. One of them was from Andy NFL, and the other one was from. Let me just double check so I can give the guy credit and not say it was my own. It was something Reed. It was Jordan Reed. Okay, so both of these guys had way too early 2027 NFL first rounders, and I just wrote down some of the receivers that were included in those articles. Ryan Williams does show up around that 25 to 30 range. So
Crazy. He's terrible.
they're just hoping that he recaptures what he had freshman year. Nick Marsh shows up in the first round, and Charlie Becker. So that's 2 Indiana receivers. Cam Coleman, Jeremiah Smith, and then I threw in Trey Green. He is listed as a 10 through 20 pick guy
Yeah, I
in
think he's
terms
just
of
that
where he's going to get
talent. Like
drafted.
it'd be hard for him to put up the production of other guys, but he is just a freak.
Yeah, I mean, I don't necessarily believe in Sam Levitt, and I don't
Yeah,
necessarily believe in who's Alabama. Did they name a starter?
yeah,
Elon
Kayla
Russell.
Russell.
Keelan Russell. Okay, yeah.
I mean,
I
he's
don't.
probably going to be a dog, but he's got no O line at all. Like, I feel bad
Yeah.
for him.
And
So
then
if we're
like with
cutting those guys
Levitt,
out,
I
go
believe
ahead.
in I believe in the coach, and I believe in the things around him. I just don't know if I believe in Levitt.
You've always
Yeah.
struck me as a Lane lover.
Me,
Mm-hmm.
I think he's a good
Not me.
football coach. I just think he's kind of weird guy.
Yeah, he's very strange. So with that, we just have four guys: Nick Marsh, Charlie Becker, Cam Coleman, and Jeremiah Smith. That's three quarterbacks. Josh Hoover,
See, I think you
Arch
gotta
Manning.
include, but it gets tough because like if you, I guess
Obviously, this
me,
isn't perfect. There will be guys who
yeah,
show up that'll
it's
be
and then
random.
for me personally, I have to include Malachi Tony for the next season because I need him for Darian
So
Minson.
it okay. So your rebuttal also doesn't include they have to get drafted in the same year that the quarterback gets drafted.
See I think the one example where it wasn't the same year was Oklahoma Baker. I think CeeDee Lamb was a freshman, but he had like 900 yards.
And he had Mark Andrews in the
And
first
it
round,
was yeah, so like yeah.
so you could make the extension of tight end if you'd
Honestly, I
like.
think Hollywood
And
Brown was
Hollywood
on that
Brown. What are you
team.
talking about? Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So he had like three yeah. It's really just identifying who's throwing to the
Yeah, he
most
was not
actual.
without.
Yeah, it's really just who's throwing to the real skill talent. Like Joe Burrow was throwing to Justin Jefferson and Jamar fucking Chase.
So should we throw in optional Josh Hoover potentially going to New York?
I think Josh Hoover's one. I think
There's
like
just there's too big of names right now to even really fool around with letting somebody else
so.
in.
Anyway, my picks obviously it's Darian Mintz at 15-1. I think he's throwing to two studs, Malachi Tony, and then Dawson's gonna love this. I think if you're gonna take a flyer, Cam Coleman is 80-1.
Dude,
I don't think the Ohio State offense. It's just been more of like, hey, we're just gonna kind of dominate this game however we want to. We're not gonna sling it around. If Cam Coleman actually goes out to Texas and does the damn thing, I mean,
But I mean, it's going to be so hard for him to win it individually because they also
it
have
is
Ryan
hard.
Wingo. So
His
like,
number is
if
just
Cam
the
Coleman
best,
blows up,
funnest
it's
number.
yeah, you're still going to have a 1,000 yard receiver probably with Ryan Wingo, and then they're going to give it to Arch Manning.
And
But
then
I
like
see what you're saying.
I hate to do this, but like if you're just looking for a crazy athlete who's flashed the potential, who has a big and fast wide receiver, Lenore
So, yeah.
Sellers at 40-1. If everything clicked, I think that would be the way you bet on South Carolina. If you want to make a bet on South Carolina, because that's the only way that they do anything, is if he just wills them. And then if Ahmad Hardy didn't get shot, and he was plus 200, if he was 200-1, that would have been a fun ride. But he
well,
got shot.
if I was
Can I
6'2",
review
I'd have played
our
college football.
yeah?
But it's Darian
Let
Mintz's season. Heisman, so 15-1. He's throwing to Malachi Tony, Cooper Barkate. They're going to have one of the best O lines in the country. It's just simple math.
I'll update our who's going to New York list for the listeners who've been with us.
Oh,
We
shit.
have Byron Brown, Nate Frazier, Arch Manning,
Bruh, take
Dante Moore, Cam Coleman, Josh Hoover, Darian Minsa, Lenora Sellers, and Ahmad Hardy if he hadn't gotten shot.
Perfect list.
I
It's
think
fucking
I
flawless.
think I think by Thursday we need to narrow that list back down.
Go ahead and add Trades Green for now for the next few days. If we're going to narrow it down by Thursday.
Just to let him feel something.
I just want him to be on the list for a couple days. So officially, Trades Green will be on the list until Thursday.
Okay.
Because he's scary. What did he do last season? What was his official stat?
I actually don't think he popped off the page, but tight ends in college typically
No.
don't.
He scored 2 touchdowns against Clemson, though, and it was the most
Physically
bully ball.
dominating spectacle.
Yeah, I
You
think
do-
all they did last year is throw him jump balls. He had 33 catches for 400 yards and 7 touchdowns.
Yeah, I think that.
Don't let Auburn start 5-0. Don't. let us start
The
5-0.
final message from
No.
Dawson. Do not
Don't
let
let 'em.
Auburn start 5-0.
Don't let us.
All right.
Don't let us find a confidence we haven't had in 11 years.
We'll compile these into a
Is
spreadsheet
that
and
when
see
Nick
how we've
Marshall
done.
did his thing?
No, that was 2013. I'm talking like Jarrett Stidham, Kerryon Johnson, like when we was out there doing the thing. Got left out in the playoffs.
Do you remember when Jarrett Stidham got sacked 9 times at Clemson?
Yes, I was there.
All right. I mean, I think we need
That
to
was
have
great.
some way of tracking how successful we are with our bets. We
Like
didn't get like an
Clemson
end of what?
14-6. What a shitty football game. If we weren't getting sacks, it would have been so boring.
It was I remember sitting there, and it was like one of the more boring games to watch. It was just
Literally.
like run a little bit, punt,
Yeah.
run a little bit, punt.
It was just sacks. That was it. Like Kelly Bryant, like we didn't do nothing. All right, we went
Next
for an hour
week.
and a half. Jesus.
Next week, let's do some. We'll do a little bit of. Or no, we'll be back on what, Thursday?
Yeah, we got to talk week 1. Is there a game Thursday night?
I don't think so.
I don't think so. I think the first game is TCU, North Carolina. Okay, we'll talk. We'll talk some week 0. Let's do a short, abbreviated podcast on Thursday.
Yeah, it'll
And
be
then let's
short.
do.
Just talking the games.
We'll do fantasy preview and looking at week 1 of college football on Monday next week.
Perfect.
Perfect.
I love it. An hour and a half. Great work. Let me play this outro. Let me bang out one more time.
See everyone next week. Or on Thursday.
Thursday.
Dawson's asleep.
All right, fellas. Uh-oh.